Welcome to Huntsville, Texas, and Elliott T. Bowers Stadium home to the Bearcats of Sam Houston State, who have built a rich winning legacy and one that they hope follows them to the upper reaches of college football. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the UTEP Miners, taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the Sam Houston Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So the UTEP Miners offense will get the first crack at it here. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
Now under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
He's going to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Miners will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the returner will be knocked down. The Bearcats offense will go to work for the first time. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
Quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. A running back on a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
Seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. The thing that made that play work is that it created the matchup they wanted and let the running back create after he caught it.
And, Reese, you see more and more of this in college football. Taking the backs and using them as weapons, right? Getting them out in space as much as possible. Get him matched up on a linebacker where I can now run a route where I sell it outside, cut it inside, and I win.
Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. They'll pass on the 46-yard field goal attempt and go for it here. Here we go with the run on fourth down. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, there's another outstanding run. You've been seeing that all season long. I think we all expected this guy to be really good as a true freshman. I don't know if anybody expected this. The fact that he's in the Heisman race as a true freshman, that's just ridiculous.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that guy. I know that.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch him off.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bearcats!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. UTEP has the ball in the offense, ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
But last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear.
Oh, look out! He's at the 40. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. The Miners want to crank the tempo. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's right on target. They get him down after he makes the catch. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, UTEP. Boy, it didn't look pretty at first, but it wound up being most effective.
And that's the problem with these guys, these quarterbacks. It's not the first play you have to play. You have to play the second play and the third play because they just keep extending it and making plays. And then next thing you know, you look up and the dude's hitting his head on the goalpost.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Got his man in the middle.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile. He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. The Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Running back goes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he see that thing in there?
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Complete downfield.
As a defender, you use the sideline as the 12th man. That's another guy. You know the play stops there. He can't make a catch. Great job by the wide receiver, fighting for his space, catching the ball, and staying in bounds.
Fires to the tight end. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. And the Bearcats are threatening in the red zone. They'll go back to the ground. Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Ball's at the 13. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Nice job on this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Torres. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. Splits the uprights. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And they're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. And the Miners come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes a connection. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding them. Nice catch.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Off the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Gentry. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. A completion, but not quite enough for the 1st down. 3rd down coming for this offense. The throw to the outside is complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. The Miners are on the move.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Give to the running back. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. Power football with the run. He locked up and held on to bring him down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 3rd down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Snags it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, UTEP. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The offense lining up for a first down play.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of hands.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Torres. Caught. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. The Bearcats headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd down. It's caught. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Lets it fly. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bearcats.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by 7 over Rice. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll throw it. He looks that one in nicely. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On second down, he'll let it fly. Snagged in the middle. It's Gentry. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. He's going to pass. Going to let it fly. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the Miners with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Using the quick game.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. Defense calls the timeout, trying to build up the nerves with this kicker. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. It's good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
The Miners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line and hauls it in. He's backed up deep in his own territory. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Miners. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First down for this offense. The give to the lone running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Caught over the middle. It's Makuba. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Red pass, it's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
And that's a 1st down.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
They'll go to the ground. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Looking left. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
It's good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UTEP has the ball. The offense ready to go back to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there...
Ball in the air, intercepted! He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Third and short now from their own 48. Fullbacks got it. And the Bearcats have a first down.
Fullbacks are a dying breed, but when you see them, it just reminds you of the big old neck roll, just huge, stout fire plugs that you don't want to hit. But on short yardage situations, occasionally, you give the big boy the ball. There is no juke button. There is no speed burst. It is all power down your throat, hitting you and falling forward and getting that first down.
Sweet feet on the move. Tackle is made after the first down. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden, they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spot.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket. Nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
Looking to throw, it's Torres. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Fires toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. They were able to get a field goal on board, and now they'll kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Trying to outflank them on the jet sweep. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. And the Miners moving quickly to the line.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push.
And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Here's the handoff. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. The Miners are moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Unleashes one. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. The snap sets up to throw. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, 3rd and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4th.
Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Lets it fly. Makes the grab on the left side. Touchdown, Sam Houston. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this quarterback right away saying, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the 4th quarter.
They'll line up to go for two.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Cut, cut, cut. Razor, razor.
Trying to pound it in. He gets it into the end zone for the two to push that lead out to 7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Give to the fullback. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Man, this guy has had a tremendous season. When you're getting mentioned for the Heisman Trophy as a true freshman running back, that is absolutely insane. And you've seen it all throughout the years. The big plays, the explosiveness, the speed. This guy has been unbelievable.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give them a bone, reward them. Now they'll block harder and they'll block longer in the future.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Makes a man miss. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking to throw, it's Torres. He's got his man, makes the grab. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Quick timeout called by... Stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Okay,
The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting... And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bearcats. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Arkansas is currently up big right now. So much so, feels like we can hear Big Suey inside our studio. They're up by 24 over Marshall. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Pocket starts to collapse. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Gets rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Gentry. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great...
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. This quarterback has to stay calm, cool, and collected and drive his team down for a score late in the 4th. Complete to the left. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
It's now 2nd down.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Gentry. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Fires to the tight end. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
And 1st down for the offense.
Quarterback stands alone. All wide receivers.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. They're trying to get to it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
It's now 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
First down for the offense.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they've put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.